Right now, you're trapped in a prison. But here's the devastating truth. You built it yourself, brick by brick, with every desperate attempt to win their approval. Every time you bit your tongue to avoid offending someone. Every time you twisted yourself into shapes that weren't you. Every smile you forced when you wanted to scream. Another bar added to your cage. You've become a master performer in a play you never auditioned for, wearing masks that feel heavier each day. The exhaustion is killing you. The constant mental calculations. Will this please them? Will this upset them? You've become a human weather vane, spinning frantically with every shift in their mood, their opinion, their judgment. But here's what breaks your soul. Even when you play their game perfectly, even when you give them exactly what they want, the approval never lasts. It slips through your fingers like sand, because their approval was never about you, it was about them. 2,000 years ago, a man named Epictetus understood this torture intimately. He was born into literal chains, sold as property. His body belonged to his master, but he discovered something revolutionary. His mind could remain free. While you, with all your freedom, have enslaved yourself to the opinions of people who will forget you existed by tomorrow. Epictetus broke free from his mental chains even before his physical ones. He learned the secret that could shatter your prison too. The prison you built can be demolished. The keys to your freedom have been in your hands all along. If you're finding value in this ancient wisdom, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Your freedom depends on what you learn in the next. Here's the brutal truth about approval addiction. Every time you seek validation from others, you're literally rewiring your brain for dependence. Your neural pathways become highways leading straight to external judgment. You become a puppet dancing to the rhythm of other people's opinions. But the real destruction happens when you start making decisions based on their reactions. You stop choosing your career based on passion. You stop speaking your truth because it might offend someone. You stop pursuing relationships that fulfill you. Layer by layer, choice by choice, your authentic identity dies. What's left is a hollow shell performing for an audience that doesn't even care. The Stoics understood something profound about this. They distinguished between respect and approval. Respect is earned through character and virtue. Approval is begged for through performance and people-pleasing. One builds your soul. The other destroys it completely. Epictetus, born a slave, discovered the ultimate secret to freedom. He could not control his master's whip, but he could control his response to it. This distinction between what you control and what controls you is the foundation of all power. You control your thoughts, your choices, your reactions. You do not control their opinions, their judgments, their approval, yet you spend your life trying to control the uncontrollable. Like trying to stop the ocean with your bare hands, here's how to identify when you're bleeding power. You rehearse conversations to manage their reactions. You edit your truth to fit their comfort. You sacrifice your authentic self on the altar of their validation. Every time you do this, you hand them your power. Here's the practice that will save you. Before every interaction, ask yourself, what here is truly mine to control? Your words, your effort, your integrity. That's your kingdom. As we discussed, you control your responses, not their opinions. But knowing what you control is only half the battle. The real power lies in building your own internal measurement system. Marcus Aurelius never measured his worth by the cheers of the crowd. He kept score based on his own virtue and character. Epictetus taught that external praise is worthless currency. The only scorecard that matters is the one you keep in your soul. Did you act with courage today? Did you choose wisdom over comfort? Did you remain just when injustice surrounded you? These are the questions that build an unshakable foundation. When you become your own judge, criticism loses its sting. Because you know the true score, you've built a scorecard that measures what actually matters. And that scorecard can never be corrupted by someone else's opinion. Now we come to the most counterintuitive truth of all. Their disapproval isn't your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Marcus Aurelius knew this secret. Every rejection you face is data. Every criticism is intelligence from the battlefield of life. When someone disapproves of your choices, they're giving you free information about their values, their fears, their limitations. But here's where most people fail. They take it personally. The Stoic weaponizes it. Strip away the emotion. Extract the lesson. Ask yourself, is there truth in their words? Or are they simply projecting their own cage onto you? If there's truth, you've just received free coaching. If it's projection, you've learnt about their prison. Epictetus taught that every obstacle carries within it the seeds of equivalent benefit. Their disapproval is your obstacle course. It's building your strength, your clarity, your resolve. The opinions that sting the most often point to where you need to grow the most. When you master this, something extraordinary happens. You begin to welcome their disapproval. It becomes fuel for your fire. Because you know something they don't. Every rejection is redirecting you toward your authentic path. The moment you stop seeking their validation, something extraordinary happens. You become dangerous, not dangerous to others, dangerous to the systems that kept you small, dangerous to the voices that controlled you. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. But his greatest conquest was internal authority over his own mind. This is your birthright too. The throne that matters most sits within your own consciousness. When you make decisions from internal conviction rather than external pressure, everything changes. Your choices become yours. No more second-guessing. No more looking over your shoulder for approval that will never satisfy. The confidence that comes from self-approval is unshakable. It cannot be voted away by committee. Others sense this immediately. There's something magnetic about someone who doesn't need you to complete them. Paradox revealed. The less you need their approval, the more they respect you. You become a magnet for the right people. Those who matter don't mind. Those who mind don't matter. Your transformation is complete. From approval seeker to self-sovereign individual. From slave to emperor of your own life. The prison door was always unlocked. You just needed to realize you held the key. This is your declaration of independence. Not from others, but from the need for others to define you. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more.